So Kathy, he calls a couple days later and says what?
He said, there's a flare-up on your PET scan.
A flare-up.
That means there's cancer cells. They flare up on PET scans.
So, and where did he identify them at?
In your lung, in your right lung.
And then he said, I couldn't imagine listening to that after having endured what you endured, but he said the dreaded words. It's stage
4.
Stage 4. Stage 4.
Stage 4.
Did that hit you when he said that?
I just thought, I have to go through more chemo and I have to have surgery.
And then, did you not, you went to see another doctor for another opinion?
Well, I had surgery and I started chemotherapy, and a friend insisted that I go to get a second opinion.
And the doctor said what?
She said, Kathy, this is incurable cancer. You don't know that?
And you said, that means what?
And I said, what do you mean this is incurable cancer? What is my prognosis, 20 years? And she looked at me and she said, Kathy, we'd be happy to see you around in 5 years.
And your first thought was?
It's all such a blur.
And
I couldn't say a word. My husband and I just looked at each other. She just left the room like it was very matter of fact. Good luck.
And so what have you and Richard done? I mean, I know that you had to have the conversations.
Oh yes, I went down the elevator very quiet went out the streets of New York, and I lost it, just completely lost it. And then I went on a mission.
And that mission is what?
I'm going to go find other treatment centers to see what they can tell me.
And in the interim, though, you're left with this, I got to figure out how to get things done
Oh
in
my
the
gosh.
next 3.5 years.
Well, I'm trying to live my life fast forward. You know, it's like try to get as much done as I can while I'm on this earth.
Please welcome Kathy's husband, Richard, to the show. Talk to me for a second, Richard. How long have the two of you been married?
Well, let's see, what is it, 11 years now.
11 years now. I don't know how do you deal? How are you dealing with this?
Well, the first time around, when she called me in the car and told me what had happened, and we didn't know what was going on, I mean, I knew immediately in my heart what it was. And there was no surprise to me when the doctor came into that emergency room and said, you have a mass, and I just knew what it was. But I was also at that point felt like we can beat this, and didn't have any information. It was just the positive attitude. But I have to tell you, the second time around, when we'd learned it had spread to her lung, I probably had the first 3 months after that where, I mean, every emotion that I could have ever gone through, I went through. And I'm not known for being the emotional type.
But now we sit here now. This is about a half a year, 8-9 months after you heard this. Where are the two of you at? I mean, I don't know. Anybody else wonder? I mean, you know you're gonna die. Okay, I'm looking at a calendar, and the calendar says, 2009, February. Right? I mean, did
Not
you
in
plot
my
it
mind, it doesn't say
Good.
that.
Talk to me, then what does it say?
In my mind, it says I'm going to live forever.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. So now is the journey more a journey of hope and finding an alternative, or is it a journey more of reconciling what one doctor considers a reality and trying to figure out how to deal with that in case that happens? Because the type of cancer that you do have, if it decides,
Well, it's a beast.
It's a beast. So if that beast decides to rear its ugly head and fight the chemo, this is a sudden, it could be
We're
hard.
waiting for results. We'll be tested next month to see if my chemo is working. The last regimen did not work.
And didn't reduce them.
No, they spread.
And how far are they spread? They're still in your lungs and other places now?
They're still in my lung.
and in the lung lining,
In
which
the
makes
lung
it
lining,
absolutely
inoperable.
You know, I'm gonna take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna meet your kids, and I know even your daughter has said, "Why can't I just donate a lung to
Can't
Mom?"
I give you one of my lungs?
And that can't happen either. Anyway, it couldn't happen because you're not a candidate for a transplant.
Correct.
Let me take a break. We'll be back right after this.
And I thought you would really enjoy seeing this picture in this memory box. This is the day that we had our mother-daughter type pictures taken before I lost my hair. Jeff, I hadn't forgotten about you. This actually was on my wrist when you were born. So I have both my wristband and yours.